just picked up a customer, Peter, only young. It was his birthday yesterday. He's in college and he's from Congo. So we're just having a taxi perspective discussion. Anything you want to talk about, Peter? How long have you been in Liverpool?
I've been in Liverpool for 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
A long time now.
How are you liking it?
It's not bad. Better way of life. A lot more opportunities. So I'm just,
Enjoying the ride?
Enjoying it, yeah, as it go, yeah.
Okay. Scouse accent can be a bit difficult when you first come.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I've still not picked up on it. I can understand it now, but as you can tell, I'm not Scouse.
Okay.
Scouse, big Scouse.
But now you're used to the accent.
I'm used to it, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say sometimes, generally, when I speak with my friends, it'll come up a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when you learn a different language, you sort of just adapt to the people around you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like that.
Totally. See, you're still young in your lane, finding which direction you're going.
Yeah.
Do you have any passions?
Yeah, my passion is obviously engineering, which is the field I'm in, what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so you're doing what you love doing.
Yes.
In what capacity do you envision engineering taking you? Do you want to work like for Jaguar cars? Do you want to work on airplanes? What's your vision?
My vision is mostly, I want to work in cars mostly, but my whole perspective regarding engineering is all about being creative, coming up with ways to do stuff, not just new ideas, but new ways of doing stuff, safer, efficient, and to me, just creatively, just
Okay, so
having kind of that artistic twist to it. So if I'm doing anything that's interesting, intriguing to me, and has that artistic effect to it as well.
okay, no, I love your description of expressing that artistic creativity regards engineering. So a big platform I promote is Canva. Its mission is to empower more content creators globally, which is an expression of creativity, whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, or in context to what you're saying, engineering. Can you give an example of expressing that creativity in engineering?
In engineering, that creativity is, for example, you see things like cars or airplane, like you mentioned. All of that can be very creative, can be brought to the next level, but there's a key component as long as it's done safely. And the most important, the very top important things for engineers is health and safety. So we want to do what's good and what's cool as long as it's done safely.
Okay.
And that's also why I'm very interested in engineering, because as long as we're doing all this cool stuff, we also want to keep people safe.
Okay, no, totally, yeah. I had an Indian customer one time from India, and he was involved in insurance, and his mission and dream was to go back to India, and because of the lack of infrastructure compared to other countries, he wanted to improve the industry and save lives and make it more safer by taking that insurance to specific locations in India to help. Yeah. So I understand the idea. So you're still young, 5-10 years. Can you see a bigger picture what you want to be doing?
Yeah, what I want to be doing, right now I'm studying automation and control system, obviously. Still entry level, so I'm doing a lot of maintenance work, but I'd like to get more into automation and controls later on. And obviously my main aspiration, my main goal is mostly family. I wanna have family, and
Okay, so that's 5-10 years down the line?
That's 5-10 years down the line, yeah.
Okay. Do you plan to stay in the UK, Liverpool? Do you plan to go back home?
No, I think I might change cities, but I wouldn't mind staying. It's more of I like to go to Manchester or a bigger city in general.
Okay.
But that's just me, maybe because I'm young. It might be, but I wouldn't mind at all staying.
Okay, okay. Do you still go back to Congo?
No.
No?
I haven't been since I moved here.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
Not necessarily, but as of late, it's not safe at the minute.
Okay. Another Congolese, the girl I mentioned, she was saying that you got to be a little bit. So there's two Congos. Which one is it?
The big one.
Okay,
DRC, Democratic Republic.
Okay, okay. So it's just a bit of a safety issue at the moment.
Yeah, and yeah. Mostly.
Okay. And there's much more opportunities here also, would you say, in the UK?
Yeah, there is, and yeah, quite clearly, it's, in Congo you don't get the same, I call it privileges, most people would agree with me, for example, going to school, it's not the same quality. In Congo, for you to get a similar sort of education, you have to pay way more than what is equivalent.
Okay.
Obviously, there's still, aspect to it that we may say, or people pay taxes, or it's all still paid. But in Congo, some people don't even get that privilege, of going to school because they can't afford it at all.
Yeah,
only
no.
The top can afford it.
Unfortunately, yeah. I think there's so much disparity in the world, and a lot of it boils down to greed, which we're all basically guilty of. I think you dangle a big enough carrot in front of most people and they're going to take it, sadly. So I think it's not just a blame thing on, political leaders. I think it's more of a kind of spiritual thing with all.
I think it's a human thing.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely, yeah. We're all guilty. But I think the more spiritual developments we all embrace, I think, can help with that problem. One other question. You said you love engineering, yeah? Can I test how much you love it? It's a question I ask a lot of my customers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Most people do jobs, Peter, because it pays the bills, or they choose a particular path because it pays the bills. But let's just say Peter won the lottery and money was no object. Take out the equation, you'd look after friends, family, you'd probably travel, yeah? But at some point you would have a void in your life. You've got to do something. Would you still follow the path what you're doing now?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I would do what I'm intending to do.
Okay.
Because now I'm on a path.
Yeah.
Like I said, entry level. But if I had the capabilities, I would do it on a different scale.
Privately?
Exactly, yeah. Most likely. But it would be at a much larger scale than what I'm doing now.
In what way? What would you do privately in context? So you'd study, get the education, the qualification, and then if you had the capacity, the money, what would you do? Would you open your own type of workshop, business? What would you do?
Obviously, we'll still be within the lines of engineering.
Okay.
But something that me and my friends have been discussing is, how it could be, for example, them skyscrapers, they have cleaners going up there. We were thinking if we could get a machine to clean it, it could be working with different ideas, being creative.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I'll definitely come up with something.
Something that you could patent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could,
You're
turn it into a business.
Okay, you're revealing trade secrets here. Someone could listen to that and be like, "Do you know what?"
Yeah.
But no, that's why, because as I was saying before, it's my thing is about, monetizing your passion. And we've all got that spark and energy in us. But it's a good idea and it's a good concept. If business is for you. But no, I like the idea. It's product design. You'll have the engineering skills, the background. And if you get something right, it solves a problem. It automates it. You embrace technology. So, yeah, no, it's a good idea. So, along the journey what you're on, I suppose you and your friends will be exploring lots of different side hustles that could potentially just develop and blow up as a business?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, even now we constantly talk about it.
No, it's good to have other people on the same page
Yeah,
that you can bounce ideas off.
for sure. Yeah,
And that's why I like to do these videos, because it's inspiring to others.
yeah.
It promotes entrepreneurship, creates awareness, so it's good. Is there anything you want to say before we drop you off?
Yeah, just it's been a great ride.
Yeah,
You're a good driver, kept me safe, so
that's good. That's good.
big up for that.
No, thank you, respect. It's been a pleasure getting your perspective, and I'm sure you're going to smash it in your engineering and one of these business ventures to the left, is it?
Yes, please. Yeah.
No, thanks for that. I'm going to bring it to the close, yeah?